Are you yourself? Well, I mean, obviously, right? But I mean, truly, are you showing the world the person who you feel you are on the inside? I'm willing to bet my Rouse plushie that you most likely are not. And if you are, I'm keeping my Rouse plushie. You already have too much. For those who aren't, I'm not judging. I also hide away the person I truly am from the world because I don't want him to get hurt. It's easier for me to take the bullets. It is what it is, and it will be what it will be. What can you do? But what is it that stops you from fully blooming? If you're anything like me, lucky you, I would say it's because of the cold lies of the world. In your life, you've most likely heard people tell you, just be yourself. By itself, what can I say? That shit kinda fucking slaps. Of course I have to be myself. I can't be no one else.
But when people say that, do they understand what they're saying? Do they really mean it? Or have they just been brainwashed into saying it because it's kind of the right thing to say?
Because society loves to virtue signal it because it sounds nice and it's empowering.
But their actions are not congruent with their words.
What it really means is be yourself as long as you're the right kind, you know? The luck of the draw chooses how much you will struggle. It was never in your hands. I didn't choose my struggles.
I did not choose to be called Puppenheimer because of my irritable bowel syndrome.
The only choice we have is whether it's worth fighting for. Is it worth the humiliations, the looks, the snide remarks as you're just trying to go home and all because you chose to break out of the mold? You're isolated and put into an us versus them narrative, but that's not even accurate. It's an all of you versus me narrative.
I sometimes wear hair clips because
it's a nice accessory. I remember seeing Naruto's original design, I was like, yo, that shit's fucking sick.
But also to keep my hair in place because I don't want them to see my bald spot. But I don't do that much in public because people are fucking weird sometimes.
Why does wearing snap hair clips make people so tilted? Is it worth being called names and slurs in order to be yourself? This video that's eternally burning my heart of this young woman picking up her little sister while in a furry costume is a perfect example. Most people use this clip to point and laugh at a freak, but that's such a superficial way of seeing it. This is a person who is herself. Yeah, it's a bit cringy, but she's not doing anything wrong. To be fair, the furry should have read the room, like her sister must have gone picked on after this. Please correct me if I'm wrong, this might be a false equivalency, but would it be that different if she was in a gothic getup? I might be reading too much, but this is an incredibly nuanced video. If she was my sister, how could I hate on her? It's a somber view of the cost of being yourself. Being special and different isn't always conventionally cool. It's not always Kurt Cobain or Jim Morrison. It can be this. I hope she's doing well these days. Liberty comes at a price, but why should it? There's this goated Japanese saying that goes something like, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. I think that's what we should be saying instead. Be the nail that stands out. Just be prepared to get hammered down because society hates the different. It happened to punks and goths back in the 70s and 80s. It happens to furries, femboys, and even trans people today. Is it really that funny that some people are a little bit different? Duh. So imagine a family photo of the perfect American family picture, and then there's a furry in the middle. There's Zane the Arctic wolf in the middle. It's funny, but it's funny because of the clash of aesthetics. It's not because Zane the Arctic wolf is a weirdo, but that's not how most people see it. The Arctic wolf. It's a blessing to have family and friends that accept who you are, since those are the most important lines in a sin. Their words can mend a crying heart, but can just as easily shatter what little remains because it's not everyone that's accepting of others' differences. You would think love would make a difference. It's why people are terrified to be caught lacking and keep that side of them locked away. It's the dog that lies down who doesn't get hit.
More like the Arctic wolf doesn't get hit.
And though it may not seem like it, you know, there are other people who will relate to you and share your interests and views, but a lot of the time, that's only online. The rest of the world, the real world, they won't. Look at the corners of your eyes and sure enough, the gaze is there. Everyone will tell you, don't let their words hurt you or, bro, they don't even matter. And I mean, you're right, but over time, it takes a soul. It chips at you slowly, like a wooden pickaxe mining a diamond ore in Minecraft. In case you didn't get the reference. It's kind of a lose-lose situation because if you are bizarre, people might call you try-hard or cringy because you want to be special so badly. But on the other hand, if you hide away your interest, people will think you have no personality. But more importantly, that shit sucks. We love to stamp on the garden where the odd seeds lie, and then cheer the sprouts that grew up to be beautiful. Wow, he was able to succeed even with all the obstacles. Bro, you are the obstacle. As much as society loves to hawk on individuality, they also love to romanticize it. But why is that? Because they want the look of rebellion, because rebellion is cool, but it's a cut without an edge. It's fashionable, cheap, empty rebellion. It's cool to speak out when you stand for nothing. The apex of hypocrisy is when the subculture or the look becomes a commodity or a trend, because it shows it wasn't the style or the hobby that was being made fun of. It really was the idea of individuality. Now it's cool to be alt because it's safe. Do you see why I'm saying society actually hates individuality and uniqueness? But you wanna know when it is like though? It's when it can make money. That's the lesson society loves to preach. You can do anything you want as long as you're successful or make money. A musician who succeeds is an example of never giving up on your dreams and hard work paying off. I knew that guy was always gonna make it. A musician who doesn't, well, that's just Unk on the couch. If you ask me, instead of pursuing his dreams, he should be pursuing having a family, cause Unk is old. Unk is 30 years old, bro. Unk is gonna die of old age. Also, let's just get it out of the way. We all know it. You're thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. It's never weird if it's photogenetic. The awkward becomes cute, the kooky becomes quirky. For the pretty, it becomes a quality. They're not to blame, I'm not to blame. It's just the way things are, little bro. By the way, I'm not making this video to make myself the martyr for the weirdos. Self-aggrandization is masturbation, and I'm on a one-day no-nut streak. But also, I'm not that weird. He says full of go. Yes, my friends might call me a creature, and yes, obviously, I am a little bit off, but the truth is, I'm just as internet fucked, as internet brain rotted as the next person, and nowadays, that's a new normal now. I guess the weirdest thing about me is being a femboy. And is that really that weird? Isn't it more like fucking cool? Guess I made this video because it grinds my gears how being yourself is such a drag. Why is it such a drag? Why does it have to be this way? Why can't people be more accepting of others? I guess people hate what they don't understand, but why not be curious instead? Sometimes though, let's be honest, people are fucking idiots. Look at goths. I love goths. They're fucking sick as fuck. They make awesome music, they have sick fashion sense, they fuck with surrealism, macabre imagery, and darker subjects. What's not to like? Top 3 subcultures easily. It never made sense for them to be viewed as weird in the first place. You can blame the fucking boomers, of course, they're always to blame for being fucking cringe, and of course, fear-mongering of the 80s. It's funny too because weird doesn't mean bad, it means different. I am not asking for an authoritarian state where we have to accept everything blindly just because it makes people feel better. That will never work. Matter of fact, it will super mega not work because it will make people become more hateful. Bro, there's some shit that's being pushed down my throat that I don't want to fucking see. It makes me uncomfortable, and yeah, people shouldn't be forced to accept things that they don't want to. All I wish is for people to be more respectful of each other. People are strange, and that's fine. I don't think I was meant to understand everyone, and that's fine too. I mean, the times they are changing. Gods did end up being accepted. They're even liked now. Them being part of the mainstream is largely due to the first gods now being adults, showing respect, acceptance, and compassion to newer gens, and pop culture in general. Base alert, I would also say it's greatly due to the fetishization of the look because gooners will ruin everything. It's the same in the femboy community, but that's for another video. You live in the best of times to go out of the societal norm. If you don't think you can do anything right in life, you can never go wrong by being yourself. You should be yourself. That's coming from the heart of a charming, based, pretty boy. I mean, you'll be judged either way, so you might as well be judged for who you are. I know that's the path I want to take, so I'm just saying, it would be nice if you could join me. I think things would be nicer if we were miserable together. You, Zane the Arctic Wolf, and me, Poopenheimer.